Hello, what's up? I'm your LDM. This is going to be the Horns of Cerunnos, session 8, called The Depths of Ymir's Arrest. Last time we played, the players freed Ymir, the ice giant king, the Jotun king and god, um, which was a pretty big deal. And since then, about a month has passed. They've been living in the castle, and people have started to come into the castle and try and live there since it's safe and it's clearly run by heroes, so they're pretty pleased about that. Um, so I'll just give them a place to introduce themselves and their characters quickly. We'll start with Dan.
Hello, my name's Dan. I'll be playing Aragas the Wall, once again, a Halbjoden Eldridge Knight. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what else is in this castle.
Cool. Ian?
I am playing Svolder Halfdanson. He is a Viking bard and Valor bard, College of Valor. So very much more focused on the martial than on the artsy stuff. So yeah, looking forward to the session too.
Cool. Whitey?
Hi everyone, Whitey here. I'll be playing Tostig Sigmarsson, the champion Huskarl. Let's do it.
Perfect. And Ryan?
Hey guys, I'm Ryan from Nerdarchy, and I'll be playing Nock Rune Thief, who's a human diviner dwarf, but not that kind of dwarf.
All right. So in the time since your last foray, people started to move into your castle, and I've just assumed that you're okay with that. Since that's kind of what the idea was, you would kind of populate the castle and take it over and make it into a real place. So since then, let's see, you've got a couple of people who have been kind of keeping an eye on the area around you and stuff, and you've had a couple of people arrive from towns around relatively near to the castle. An ambassador has come from the town of Westerholt and one from Ulfenholt, which are the two big kind of almost cities in the area. And they've arrived and they would like to speak to you guys. But they've been waiting for like a day to get an audience with you.
That's kind of procedure. You have to make them wait a day before you call them back. Otherwise, they think you're too eager.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And who knows, they could just not be that into you.
What?
Yeah.
No ambassador from Esterholt? What the fuck?
No, there is, Esterholt is quite far away to the east.
Their absence has been noted.
They have not come to swear fealty.
Yeah, so these guys are waiting for an audience. What do you guys think? Do you want to chat with them, or do you want to keep them waiting?
Let's chat with him. Tostig's been working on his diplomatic skills of late, and his charisma.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Normally, I would say make them wait 4 days before talking, but I'm all right. Let's see what they have to say.
All right, so you guys have a not a throne room, but something like that, a sort of a hall where you would meet people, right? So it's one of the more impressive rooms in the castle. It's got big old tapestries and stuff like that, and that's where you guys would be hanging out. So they bring these guys in.
I'm there floating on my Tencher's floating disc chair that I kind of go around on.
Oh, very cool.
Runes swirling around it.
Can we have 5 thrones set up in a semicircle? And we'll leave one of them permanently empty.
For Sierg.
Old friends, yes.
Okay, so you've got these big old thrones that you're sitting on. So they bring in these two men. One of them is this grotesquely fat man, big, huge sideburns. Definitely not a warrior. And he's Beric of Westerholt, kind of like a trade prince, I guess. And the other guy, kind of slim, severe features, and his name is Bjorn. And the two of them come in and they incline their heads. They don't kneel or anything. And the fat man says, who should I address as Jarl?
Have we ever decided on that point? Resolved it?
For now, you should address us as a council.
Very good. Well, it pleases me greatly that the ancient fortress, now known as Ymir's Rest, has been reclaimed. And to have a fortress and a sizable force here now to protect us from the incursions of the bandits and, of course, the Alpha that have started to appear is very comforting. So we would ask that you would provide us with protection and we would provide you with tribute.
What matter of tribute can you amass for us?
Well, I can only speak for Westerholt, but we are a trade city. We have whatever you need. Food, furs, clothes.
Mead.
Mead, certainly, yes.
Smiths.
We don't have a particularly, and the other guy steps up and says, "Oh yes, we can provide that."
We'll need craftsmen.
Yeah, masons.
Yes, of course.
All that bollocks.
Exactly.
Nice diplomacy skills, Tostig.
I don't think we need the bollocks. I could rather pass on the bollocks. Thank you very much.
So the Bjorn, the thinner of the two, will say, "We would ask that you send perhaps a company of warriors to stand garrison in our cities, and if that was the case, we would provide you with monthly tribute."
Do we have warriors to send?
You are gathering them. Warriors are coming daily, kind of building up. The fact that this castle, which has been abandoned for so long and now taken, would suggest that you guys are big deals. You know, that you are heroes, and so people are coming to fight, looking for glory.
And to further expedite that, I would have been sending pigeons to carrier pigeons out far and wide to let people know.
And as part of the tribute, we would request that you send some of your young men for us to train and raise as part of this army.
Yes, more than acceptable.
And women.
He
wants to train them, that's all.
Okay. That can be allowed.
Train them, all right.
So they both just their faces drop at that joke. Not impressed.
Don't worry, we won't let the dwarf near them.
I was referring to Tostig.
Of course you were.
And
dwarf wouldn't know what to do with a woman, obviously.
And Argus, you're having the young men sent here so you can eat them. I mean, give them blood and all that.
And I just give him a cross look.
Your eyes may be crossed if you keep doing those cross looks.
So we have an accord then. You'll provide us with protection, we will send you tribute.
Yeah. We'll have our scribe write it up, formalize it, this and that, yes.
Good.
Excellent.
Alright, so they walk forward and go to shake hands with everybody, sealing the deal. So basically now you've got two protectorates, these little towns that you need to look after. And obviously if they get sacked, and it'll be your fault, and they'll be very unhappy. You'll lose a lot of credibility in the area, but you'll also gain a lot of stuff from having them.
Far away from us are Westerholt and Offenholt? What's Offerholt?
They're on the map, right?
They are indeed on the map. I'll actually open up that map.
I'm just thinking, how quickly can we get word and how quickly can we respond if they do have trouble?
Yes. Let me see if I can screen share this bad boy. Yeah.
I suppose I would be very interested in setting up regular kind of exchanges of news
Outposts.
Between the towns and between our keep.
Rapid riders.
Yeah,
I need to be able to spread the stories and songs that I'm working on to make sure this tale gets told right.
Yeah, I'd want to set up outposts outside of the range of the city such that we could light the torches of Gondor to kind of.
Yeah. So Ulfenhalt's a lot closer, and you can also take a boat through the river, which would make it a lot quicker. Westerholt's probably about 4 or 5 days away, nearly a week away.
Right. Okay.
All right. So obviously we'd want to have the bigger garrison at the further away location because we wouldn't be able to respond as quickly.
For sure.
Clever.
Okay, cool. So we can deal with the minutiae of that in the group and stuff. We can talk about it then.
Fantastic.
But for today, we wanted to go explore the depths of the castle. Is that right?
Yep.
That is correct.
Especially if people are moving into the castle, we want to be able to clear all that shit out first.
Yeah, we want all the space to be usable for our needs.
Sounds
we
good.
don't want people moving into our castle and fucking robbing it of its riches. That's what we rob them ourselves.
Yeah, and the bowling alley's got to go in the basement because that's like the cribs type of thing.
And the hot tub.
In the hot tub.
Okay, so you can make your way down. It's quite a way, so you get down, and there's like a landing, I guess, after about 20 minutes of going directly down spiral staircases, you get to this landing, and then there's another staircase down, you go down that, and the temperature gets increasingly cold the further down you go, until you enter into the bottom of the castle, and here the walls and everything is made of ice, which is unusual, but it's all hewn ice. So the room you're in now, walls, ceiling's probably about 45, 50 feet up, obviously made for giants. And in this room you can tell it used to be some sort of guard room. There's a big, huge, giant table and giant chairs. And then you can see littered around the place the remains of what was an alchemist lab, but all of the glass is frozen solid and the liquid inside frozen solid. And yeah, even bits of scraps of paper and stuff are like covered in ice. And so in this, there's nothing moving in this room. And from this, there are 2 doors, one going eastwards and one going southwards.
And the stairs came down from what direction?
So from behind you. So let's say so basically from just off the main hall, you went down spiral staircases all the way down until you got here.
Okay.
We'll have to get the masons to do something about these stairs.
Yeah, it took you quite a while to get down, and it's going to take you a long time to get up.
Well, Nock, have you foreseen which path we should take?
Let's see. Should I do an augury roll? Maybe
sure.
this would have come up earlier in the day.
Yeah.
I cast the bones every morning, I figure. All right, so that's a 17 on the die. Not sure what you want to modify that by, but proficiency bonus, that's a 20.
So to the east, you will find great riches, and to the south, you will find war.
War or wealth? War or wealth?
Well, we'll be doing both eventually.
Well,
Yeah,
we want first.
Let's get the wealth first. Then.
Yeah, let's get the war out of the way so it doesn't come find us.
So which way, south or east?
We should face our challenges head on.
Now, did it clarify which was which?
Yes, so east would be riches, south would be war.
All right, do we want to get this unpleasantness out of the way first, then? Sounds like Argast, you're in that favor.
Yeah, while we still have our strength about us.
Strength, sure.
And I'll flex.
So you carry down this corridor for a couple of minutes, and then you enter into this big rectangular room, probably like 100 feet long, 50 feet wide, and it is strewn with bodies. There's probably 10 or 11 bodies with sort of greenish skin and tusks, and then there's 6 or 7 much bigger bodies, and they have weird heads. It's like 2 heads fused with 1 eye in the middle, and an eye on each side, as if 2 heads have been fused, and the 2 eyes in the center have fused into 1 big eye. All these things are dead.
And the bodies are
what kind of
preserved by the
injury
cold, I
do they
take it?
Yeah, I mean they're frozen over.
Wow.
And what kind of injuries do they have?
It looks like they've done this to each other. So club injuries, claw injuries, things of that nature.
Do they look like any kind of creatures you've heard of in stories or legends or anything?
Sure.
Yeah, I would also try to identify them.
If anyone has nature or history, you can go ahead and do that.
Sure.
Alright, that's a 19 on the die.
I got a 3.
Okay. Asvaldo, you
It's
think
a-
these are Valkyries?
I have a 25.
Okay, wow, yeah. So you know, the greenish guys are trolls, and the weird two-headed creatures are Ettins.
Alright, yeah,
They're both
relay that.
kind of monstrous cousins of the Jotun.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you could have mentioned the fact that they were giant-sized. Well, small giant-sized.
Aragast, they're relations of yours, I think.
They don't look familiar to me.
You sure? I see quite a resemblance in this handsome gentleman over there. I
Really?
point to, like, one of the ugliest one.
Aren't you practically half Jotun yourself now that you have Ymir's blessing?
On my mother's side.
So yeah, I didn't describe the size. The trolls are about 10 or 11 feet tall, so about Argast size. The Ettins are bigger; they're closer to 20 feet tall.
And I'll go into the room with my shield and spear and kind of poke at one of the bodies with the spear, kind of see if there's any life in it, any undead curse or anything else going about.
So you notice that the bodies are relatively soft; they're not frozen solid. So it must have been kind of recent. Like they're covered in a sheen of ice, but they're not frozen solid, if you know what I mean.
And I'll kind of turn back.
Wow.
And knowing that Asvelder's kind of a battle medic, I'll say, Asvelder, you should check out these bodies. They seem fresh to me.
They look rather ripe in my estimation.
Oh, have a look, but I mean they're encased in ice, so they could have been here for centuries, for all we know.
They're kind of it's more like they're not like frozen in ice. Their bodies have like a sheen of ice on them, you know.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 17 medicine check.
Okay, so you reckon this is with how cold it is down here, 2 or 3 days probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, they've only been dead for a few days.
Is there
Interested.
another way in or out of this room?
There is, and actually now you hear you hear a roar coming from south.
Gentlemen, I suggest you roll for initiative. I mean, prepare your weapons.
And
How
having
far away
already,
does it sound?
yeah.
Sorry?
How far away does it sound?
It's down another corridor, probably another 30 or so feet.
More. Yeah, I'll be casting haste on the party.
On the party, wow.
Well, wait.
You have group haste? Wow.
Well, no, I get 3, right? So.
Okay, yeah, cool.
But it only lasts a minute, right?
I'll double check. We're going to be there in a round, like 30 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check the casting, but I thought I got Don't I get 3 people on haste?
No, you get 1.
It's 1.
Oh. All right, I'll go Aragast because he can do the most damage.
All right, sounds good.
Good. Sorry.
So you rush down this corridor and you see before you a scene like in the previous room. There are 4 of these trolls fighting 2 of these Ettins, and the Ettins are like huge. And they actually, I have pictures. Let's show you some pictures.
It's gonna be porn.
This is what the Ettins kind of look like.
Oh, I hate that.
Very cool.
And then we've also got the trolls. They look somewhat like this.
Ooh.
Do the trolls look anything like the sea troll we had fought?
Kind of, way smaller, and yeah, but there are similarities for sure.
Okay.
So these guys are fighting each other. They haven't really noticed you at this stage.
We should wait
Yeah.
till one side is victorious and then attack.
Agreed.
I support that plan.
So as you wait, one of the Ettins swings his big ass club, smashes a troll into a wall, cracks the ice a little bit, and as he falls, he kind of looks in your direction, and he does anyone speak Jotun? Yes, you do, Aragast.
Yep.
He says, "Help us!"
The Eden says that.
The troll.
And how many trolls were there? How many Edens were there?
There were 4 trolls and 2 Ettins.
As a help Jotun, do I know if like I have any sort of like allegiance or history with trolls or Edens, or like do we have any sort of like pacts or anything between the races?
Right. So Ettins are closer to Jotun than trolls are. So trolls are kind of looked down on, generally, but these Ettins seem to be just murderous, determined to just kill these guys big time.
I mean, we have a pact with Ymir and the Jotun, but not necessarily with trolls and Ettins, correct?
So is there any insignias on any of them that I could identify that would... No.
So they continue to fight. 2 of the trolls manage to like rip a gouge out of one of the legs of the Ettin, and he falls to one knee. But then he like takes a chunk out of one of the trolls with a bite and a gore of his tusks. And the troll says, "What are you doing? Help us!"
Why should we help you? Oh, wait, I don't speak Jotun, sorry.
They've gone mad.
And I guess seeing this, I'm one of my flaws is I get a little impatient and impulsive if I'm just kind of sitting around waiting to do something. So I'll do one of my unstoppable charges and move up and try to hit the nearest Eden, the one that seems to be causing them the trouble.
All right, go ahead and take some inspiration, and go ahead.
And remember, you got the haste going, so the benefits of that.
Okay, cool. So since I got the inspiration, I'm going to go ahead and just blow it right now. And unstoppable charge. So that would be a 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
And I never changed weapons, so I'm just using my regular spear. But unstoppable charge, I get +5 damage, so let's see. It's 2d8.
What happens when an unstoppable charge meets an immovable Ettin?
Right.
So let's see, that's 13 damage plus he has to make a save versus knockback.
Okay.
Which
What's the
would
DC?
be 13.
Yeah, easily makes it.
And then, so that was my first action. And then second action of haste. Actually, yeah, second action of haste will be an attack. And technically, I get 2 attacks now with each action, so I guess it's 2 attacks.
Yep.
So let's see, that's a 19 and a 24.
Yep, 2 hits.
And let's see, 8, 14, 18, 21, plus my damage modifier, so 31.
Okay, very nice. So you barrel into this guy, but he doesn't move. You kind of hit his leg, and he manages to stay. But you manage to thrust a spear through his leg, and he lets out a howl of pain. Let's roll initiative.
Alright. What's that? 19 plus 3. I'm at 22. Yeah.
Okay. 13 knock. What about you, Eddie?
24.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, so then Tostig, your first act.
Okay, I'll follow on after my friend Aragast and go against the one that he's fighting. Try and move in. Well, obviously moving in lower than these two.
Yeah.
Half giant combatants. So I'll try and be nimble enough to nip in and try and hamstring him.
She'll get stepped on.
Yeah. Try my damnedest. 2 attacks, I believe. Okay. Whack. Oh, there we go.
Those are both going to hit.
Yep. Oh, right, this is the cold damage as well, so loads of dice. Oh, dear. So, 2 of them. I'll just do my regular damage first then. So these are +5 on each, I believe. Okay, 19, normal, ordinary damage. And then, shall I bother doing the cold?
He is immune to cold damage.
Fair enough.
Okie doke. So you run up and slash this guy back of the leg. Oswalder.
So, okay, there's 2 of these items anyway still, right? And
Yeah.
they're fighting one of them. Can I get around to the other one
Yeah, absolutely.
that they're not fighting? So I will charge up to that one then. And I am going to reach out and touch him. And I am casting a spell.
Okie doke.
So I say the All-Father's curse upon you, and I reach out and touch him. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC? He has a 13. You there, Ian? Spence is killing me.
Dun dun dun. He might have dropped.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just write that down. He rolled a 13. Alright, we'll go to Aragast next.
Alright, so having kind of stabbed this Eden a couple times, I'll pull my spear back around and I'll Aegis attack him twice, just trying to do enough damage to this leg to, if nothing else, drop him to a knee.
Okay.
So with my 2 attacks, I'll clear that out. That would be a 16 and a 25.
Those are 2 hits.
Awesome. So let's see. So 8, 15, 25 damage.
Okie doke, not bad.
And then for my second action, I'll attack again. And that would be a 19 and a 14.
Also hits, yeah.
Okay.
Are you back in?
Was that
I'm
2
back,
hits
sorry.
or 1 hit?
Cool. 2 hits. You said 14 was the lowest, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the magic number. These guys are not well armored. I'll get to you in a second, Ian. Yep.
No problem.
And that's another 17 damage.
Okie doke. Yeah, he's definitely not enjoying all this these big hits. So Ian, the guy rolled a 13 on his wisdom save.
Oh, well, then he's saved.
Okay.
So my curse has no effect. And I have my shield. And spear in one hand, shield in the other.
Sounds good. Okay, then knock.
All right. So do these guys look light on their feet, or do they look a little slow to the draw as they move?
I mean they're slow, but they have big steps. So I guess like they cover a lot of ground, but slowly. You know what I mean?
Okay. So are they adjacent to one another, or are they spread out and fighting?
They are adjacent. Yeah. I mean they're both big. There's probably like 10 feet between them because they're so big. They're adjacent.
Okay. Well, so I think I'm thinking acid splash, and I think they have to be within 5. So I'll just firebolt one. All right. All right, I'll go for the more wounded one,
Sure.
and that's AC 16.
Yep.
All right, so runes swirl around my hands, burning runes, and strike him for. All right, so he's going to take 9 points of burning damage.
Okie doke. And then he rumbles something in Jotun. And he just says, "I will eat your insides," is what Aragast understands.
Yeah, I go to hide behind like a half wall or something.
So the Ettins go next. The one in front of Aragast, very angry at Aragast for the amount of pain that he has laid down, is going to attack
With disadvantage?
with disadvantage.
Aegis attack?
Yes. Okay. Okay, it's still going to be 2 hits. And
Okay,
then
I
I'm
have
gonna...
He hit a 20 AC then?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to also make a charisma save, please.
I bet it's going to happen.
Hit him with your likability. Hit him with your likability.
Charisma
Strike a
save, so that's with a -1, so that's a 15.
Ooh, ouch. Okay, so he swings his big club, right? And then the 2 heads knock together, and the eyes combine into a singular eye, and looks at you, and you just feel this horror creep over you. So you're going to take quite a bit of damage. Sorry, I guess.
Okay. I'm mean.
Yeah. Okay, no, I've done that one. So even with a calculator, I'm doing this incorrectly.
Uh-oh. It's not reassuring.
Multiply it by 0, and I know you said.
Okay, it's going to be 50 points of damage.
All right.
50 even. And so basically he stops you twice, and then this eye looks at you, and you go, "Ugh!" And then your arm becomes horribly disfigured, just like stretches out and wrenches out like it's some sort of hideous disfigurement. It's going to give you disadvantage on strength checks.
Ew.
The other one is going to swing one at Tostig, and that's a hit for sure. That's going to be 19 damage, Tostig. Oh, it's a crit on Asphalder.
And except for earlier this morning, I told Oswalder to duck. He rolled a 3.
Oh, okay, so he misses Asphalder. Excellent, nice work.
I love that dwarf.
Yeah, so you see this big, huge, like perfectly aimed blow coming at you, and you just remember, this is when he told me, and it just whizzes overhead. And then I'm going to need you, Nock, to make a charisma save.
All right, let's do that. So, I remember this other time when these fates were going to need me to steel myself as most against anything that's ever occurred. And instead of rolling a 3, I rolled a 15.
Okay.
And so that's still a 14. So
it's a 15. Yeah, 15 is the target. So he's still going to affect you. So you can not use it if you want.
All right. Yeah, sure.
So you're going to take 27 psychic damage.
Ouch.
So again, the 2 heads they smash together. You hear this like clunk, but as they do, the 2 eyes combine into this big, baleful eye, and okay, your leg turns into a stump, and you're going to have your speed halved.
Lovely.
All right, so then the trolls go next. They rush forward and start hacking away at these Ettins. And
weren't his legs already stumped? He's a dwarf.
Right, but it was now it's like a club foot kind of thing. So these trolls rush forward and start ripping chunks out of these Ettins. And then we go back to the top of the order, which is Tostig.
Okay. Reeling back from this club blow. and seeing Aragast getting the shit kicked out of him, Tostig will be renewed in his ferocity and just charge back in and try and hack this leg off this fucking etting bastard. Fucking die, you bastard! He will shout. And miss. Ah, crap.
The gods really don't like you, do they, Tostig?
Oh dear. Right
So you
now.
swing and
It's not just the gods.
you like your sword kind of blings off just this little he's got like what would you say, like instead of boots he's got straps, and around the straps are like blades and swords and stuff that act as a sort of protection layer, and it just bings off that.
Yeah,
So
and
you're gonna
it jars all the way down my arm, and man, my
yeah.
fucking numbed.
So then Osvaldo.
Okay, well, as my bonus action, I'm going to shout out some encouraging strategy to Aragast so that he will have inspiration.
Mhm.
So that's a D8, I think now. Yeah, is my inspiration die?
I think so.
Yes, it is. It's a D8. Don't forget it. I'm a Valor Bard, so you can use that for combat rolls and stuff too. So,
Cool.
and then rather than try to cast spells this quick, I am going to thrust my flame tongue at him
Oh yeah,
twice because I have multi-attack now. And here we go. Let me see. I'll roll that die and fuck that die. And that die looks good. So 2 attacks.
Okie doke.
The first one is shit. That would be 10.
Okay,
And the
that's
second
going
one's a 19.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that does a D8 plus 3 for the piercing damage. So 8 piercing. Then I get 2d6 fire damage as well. Double sixes, so 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, he hates that. Like a lot of the creatures you've seen, fire seems to be a bane of theirs, and they don't like it at all.
Good, I grit my teeth at him and spit hate in his face.
Hey, a little bit ago, could have yelled out, "Clear the cauldron," which is going to be code for I'm going to launch a fireball. Get the hell out of the way.
Sure.
And in that case, then, well, fuck. If I move
Well,
away,
I
I have
think
to
people might be
incur
able to
technical.
maneuver out of the way. The trolls might still take it, but whatever.
Yeah, fuck them. I will do my best to kind of sidestep around without disengaging this fucker.
Sure. Yeah, you can try and position yourself like behind a leg, so
I'll
you'll get
try.
like half cover or something.
I'll take my best chance at it.
Sounds good. So Aragast, you're next.
Alright, so I'm hurting a little bit, so the first thing I do is I kind of gather my strength, and in doing so, I come across my second wind. And, let's see, where's the dice roller?
Yeah, this big fucker is looking down at you, chuckling.
And so I heal 13 hit points. And then, after doing that, I just lay into him again, Aegis attacking. So
Yeah, 'cause
my
that's a
first,
bonus action, right?
Yep.
Second wind.
So my first 2 attacks are a 27 and a 25,
Yep, 2 hits.
Nice rolls.
Very nice.
and that'll be 8, 16, 19, 29 damage.
He's very much on the ropes.
And then my second 2 attacks against him, I'm going to go ahead and use my Bardic Inspiration on the low one. So let's see, that's a 20, a 15.
Still a hit. Yep.
Alright. And that will be 18 damage.
Okay, you kill him.
And so basically what I do is I'm doing these Aegis attacks. The first one that thrusts in kind of goes right through his Achilles, and as he drops to his knee, then I proceed to stab one into his chest, and then as he kind of bends down to grasp that wound, I stab one into each head of the Eden.
Yeah, and with like a crumble, he falls to the ground. Very nice. So then, Nock, you're next.
I just call out, never mind, boys, not worth it. And I, again, swirling runes start to form, burning. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, all the dice. Let me not do that. All right,
What the fuck is that? Oh shit!
that's the mega awesome firebolt.
Right.
So that's gonna hit. I rolled a 14. The two D8 or D10s are the thing to pay attention to. So that's 16
Okay.
points damage with fire.
All right, he does not like that at all.
Good. I didn't like having a freaking stump leg.
You are little. I will eat your bones.
I don't know if they have anything to say about it.
And he goes next. He is going to try and take a swing again for Argast. Or not Argast, Asphalder, since he's right next to him. Yep. And one on... He's actually going to walk over to Nock, because Nock is the one who's annoying with the fire the most. So, Ian, you take 19 damage, and you get to do an opportunity attack.
Wait, he attacked Asphalder? Or
okay.
He attacked Asphalder, yeah.
Okay.
He's going to come attack you now in a second.
Oh, great.
So my opportunity attack. See, that's part of the problem. I was rolling the wrong die. That's going to be 17.
Okay.
Hello.
17's a hit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it was great effects on it prior to. It was like auto-tuned.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I rolled a 17, so that did 2 plus 3, 5 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. So you stab this guy in the back of the leg as he lumbers, dragging his club across the ground towards Nock. He's going to swing for Nock. And that's going to hit 19 points of damage, bludgeoning damage.
Wait. I'm gonna drop my lucky because I should have used that for my saving throw, but I'm gonna use that and see. Oh nope, it's still gonna hit. So 19 points of damage I will just take.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does lucky work?
I think he takes either. So I think he takes whatever I roll, and I rolled a 19. So luckily I didn't crit myself.
Right. Yeah.
So, he's not a champion, is he?
He's not. No.
Oh great.
I'll be merciful. Okay, so 19 to you, Nock. The trolls rush forward and they take more chunks out of this guy. Now they're kind of a bit more confident. And you see the one who had been smashed to the ground, his bones and stuff knitting together, and he starts to stand up. Tostig.
Okay.
When he smacks into me with that hammer, I go rolling sideways and I'm down. I drop
Okay.
heavily.
Okay, there's a feat or whatever it is that allows an extra action, isn't there?
Action surge.
That's action surge.
Oswalder momentarily forgets himself and goes, "Knock! No!"
So I shall action surge on this one that's trying to knit itself back together. Stay down! Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Try and pagger it.
Oh, sorry. That's actually it's one of the trolls who's knitting himself back together.
All right.
The other Etin is standing over Nock.
Oh, that's the one I'll go for then. I thought you meant the Etin was getting up.
No, thankfully not.
Okay. Yeah. So running over. Nock's a good guy, so I'm gonna save Nock. Charging three flashing blade attacks. Slash stab.
It should be 4 if you use action surge.
Ooh. That might
Ooh,
be
nice.
that might
That's
be
some
enough.
impressive dice right there.
Okay, well that one more is it?
Yeah, one more.
Okay then. Well, I crit on
Yep,
19s.
that's a good roll.
So I'll just do those first. So that'll be the middle one's is crit.
Mm-hmm.
So thus far we're on 11, 17, and 27 plus 5, 32, and then one more attack. Oops, rolled too many attacks. I'll do that again.
Rogue percentile got in there.
What the fuck is going on?
I keep the wrong dice.
He
Forget
did
about
96 points of damage. Woohoo!
yeah, let's try that one instead. Hey, that's another hit for another 10.
Awesome.
Yeah, 42, did I say? Did I say 32 and then 10?
Yeah, so 42 total will kill him, so go ahead and describe it.
Well, in a flurry of blows, going in, lifting, an arc of blood flies out with each lift and hack, and he just takes him apart. It goes in towards its leg, works its leg up as it falls down onto its knee. He's in it and its thigh, and then the last blow is an uppercut into its belly, and it crumples over and just about collapses within feet of Nock.
Yes, very nice. So, one of the trolls shouts out, "Your familiar is dying. We can heal him."
I'll call to them in Jotun. Please heal them. We are the new lords of this manor.
Very good. So one of the trolls walks over and bites a chunk out of his hand and begins to drop blood into Nock's mouth.
I'm not sure Nock would like that, but oh well.
Oh, he might love it.
Immediately your wounds begin to close up, and you'll be back to half HP.
I feel like I'm gonna retch as troll blood leaks down my gullet. Ugh. I don't know if I would prefer to have been in the halls of Valhalla or not after that.
We are glad that you have come. So I guess only Argas speaks Jotun, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll call back to them. What is going on here? What is this war?
The Ettins have suddenly become murderous in the last week. They have begun attacking us. We have lived here in peace for centuries.
Ymir has been freed. He has left this place. Might that have something to do with it?
Perhaps. I do not know.
God damn it, Aragast, what the hell are you guys talking about?
And I raise a finger to Aragast, like, just wait.
We would like you to come and speak to our leader. Perhaps you could assist us. We have many dangers assaulting us in this place.
Perhaps we can come to some agreement. We should meet. Let me inform the rest of my group, and I'll kind of turn to the rest of the party and describe the events that are taking place.
Do any of them speak the common tongue? For Odin's fuck's sake.
Common's not so common in the north.
Oh.
So he says, we will bring you if you wish, or you can simply...
Oh, these live in our...
What's that, Eric? What's that, Asvelder?
Trolls and Ettins just living in our basement?
Yes, apparently they've lived here for centuries.
That could be a problem.
It's like stories of someone getting a pet baby crocodile and setting it loose in the sewers, just like that.
If we could form an allegiance with these trolls, that might make our guarding these other towns simpler. If we have trolls to guard our own fortress.
And a cache of troll blood couldn't hurt. It tastes horrible, but it really does do the trick. I feel significantly better already.
You're actually
especially in a
back to
pinch. We should.
Oh, wow.
We should bottle troll blood. We could sell quite the brew.
Trollsani. I got the name for it. Trollsani.
So the troll says, "You can follow us now if you wish, or if you simply go westwards in this place, you will find us. You will walk through our gardens. Please do not disturb the plants."
How much further does this Etten battle spread? Are we needed on the front lines, or can we simply meet with your king?
This was the front line. This room and the one above is where they usually meet us. We have sent patrols to ensure that they do not come further.
Troll
And
patrol.
where are they coming from? The south?
The east. For a long time we were not friends but civil. We shared the lake as a fishing place. We used to give them plants and herbs from our garden, and they would provide us with meat. And yet in the last week they have stopped speaking to us entirely and simply want to kill.
It sounds like they have been devoured by madness. Perhaps we should speak to your king.
Yes. I will also warn you that in the north, a dragon has taken up residence.
How far north?
What?
North of the stairs leading up.
Trolls and Nettins and dragons, oh my.
North of the stairs leading up. That's your room, Knock.
North within this fortress, or north outside in the world?
Within this very dungeon.
A dragon in this dungeon? That's madness.
Perhaps we need to speak with your king to discover the order of this place.
He will know more.
And I'll turn and inform the party of all this, the dragon, and the madness of the Ettins, and that we need counsel with their king.
This just keeps getting better and better. We shouldn't have gone in this direction at all. The omens were right. Damn it.
Yes, but had we not gone in this direction, their war may have reached us unprepared.
Well, then you all would have had your glorious end in Valhalla, as you so seek.
Or in Jotunheim.
So do you want to go with the trolls, or do you want to continue exploring on your own?
Let's finish this misery, as it were.
Yeah, I want to go with the trolls. At least we got some cannon fodder.
Okay. So they lead you through a corridor and then into this room, similar size to the one you were in, about 100 feet long, 50 feet wide. But interestingly, there is earth in this part. They've like dug trenches and put earth in it, and there are plants growing, weirdly, like pine trees and ferns and things like that, even vegetables somehow.
Wait, trolls eat vegetables?
But before we proceed, my friends, the trolls warned us not to disturb their garden. Let's at least be civil for now to see what we can find out.
Quick question
Yes.
regarding the sort of like my leg turning into a stump and Aragast's arm being all weird. Did that end once the ends got dropped?
It did, yeah. Once they died, it returned. I should have said it returned to normal.
Okay. And actually, did they have anything of use on them? That
Yeah, could
Like-
I wield like an Eden hammer or something like that?
It'd be far too big for you to use.
Gotcha.
But if you, yeah, okay, you guys would have searched their bodies, I guess, right?
and I want to look at them just because that's some strange magic that had occurred. Like that's some crazy transmutation type stuff happening.
So searching them, you find that they are carrying an exorbitant amount of wealth, shockingly large amounts of wealth. In total, searching the two of them, you find approximately 7,000 gold pieces in torques, gems, coins, things like that.
Wow. I guess we can add that to our
shit.
So these guys are just like way down with like pockets full of like wealth, and it's really like why are they walking around with all the money?
Hmm.
They're fleeing the dragon and wanted to take their gold with them.
Seems reasonable.
Perhaps they've been paid. Mercenaries.
Yeah, is there anything... So they're all torques and not like... There's no minted coins or anything.
No,
right?
there's like a mix. It's like torques, coins, gems, like cups and chalices, all sorts of stuff. But like in
Right.
the total worth is like 7k gold.
Yeah, but I'll look at the coins and like look at the minting, and if that seems anything consistent or interesting about that.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, they're definitely old coins. They're not really minted. They're just like a weight of gold.
Are the torques like giant size or human size or somewhere in between?
A mix. Some are made for giants. Some are made for humans.
Okay. So I guess I'll proceed through the garden, trying to follow the trolls carefully without trampling their plants.
Wait, what about those hammers though?
The things they were wielding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like they're just big old hammers. It was the eye that made you guys turn weird when they would combine their eyes.
Yeah, I mean, are they kind of sigils that have a sort of religious significance? Anything like that?
No, nothing really.
Okay, all right.
So you're brought then through a couple more rooms, all kind of quite quaint, lots of plants and stuff growing. The trolls have clearly figured out a way to do that. And you're brought then into a big-ish room, and it smells quite bad because it's filled with trolls. There's probably 40 trolls in this room. And sitting on like a chair, not even a throne, just like a relatively large chair, is this person. And he will greet you.
What language?
In Jotun. Perhaps you will be able to assist us.
Yes, are you the king of the trolls? How should we address you?
You can call me Rug.
Rug.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to speak common, would you?
Ah, yes, of course I do.
The rest of my group, they don't know the tongue of Jotun.
Well, I'm glad you have arrived. We are in no small amount of peril.
Yes, we saw the danger that the Ettins were bringing to your people and stepped in on their behalf.
That is kind of you. Yes, well, recently they have begun to attack us, and I do not understand why. We have been civil, friends even, for a long time.
Do you not go into one another's lands or camps?
No.
In general.
No.
So maybe something has happened where they dwell.
That is possible. Likely, I would say. However, recently a dragon entered this part of our domain to the north, and he has been attacking, feeding on trolls and Etten alike.
Recently, we drove Ymir out of the fortress above and claimed it as our own. As such, that may have presented an opportunity for this dragon to move in.
That is possible. You drove Ymir from this castle, you say?
It's a long story, but yes, him and the Keldifer that were causing him harm are now dispatched.
You drove him from this castle. But you are very small, and Ymir is very large.
We didn't quite drive him.
We waved to him as he left the castle, more accurately.
So he starts to laugh, and you see his huge, like somehow in his mouth, the teeth are just gigantic when he opens it, and he closes it again. Interesting.
I wrote a song about it. You want to hear it? Here goes.
So you'll see him kind of like tap his foot to the song. Very catchy. I would ask you to assist us in discovering what is happening with these Etten, and perhaps driving the dragon from here. The dragon is feeding on trolls and Etten alike. This cannot be allowed.
Perhaps if we do you this favor and help you get to the bottom of this, we might form some type of allegiance. We will help you in your lands, and you and your kind may, in turn, help us within ours.
Ah, yes, a bargain, a deal to be struck.
Yeah, we won't even charge you rent for living in our basement.
Your basement? I've been living here longer than you've been alive, Madling.
I smile.
And so had Ymir.
Yes. I like the idea of a bargain being struck. We'll have to be quite exact on the terms, and of course.
We can see to that.
Very good. Well then, for now, let us say that if you assist us, we will assist you.
I think that is fair, and it'll be better for you to know that you won't be attacked from the land above, and we won't be attacked from the land below. We can be mutually secure.
Certainly. In fact,
Protect one another's borders, as it were.
Yes, and in fact, if you rule the land above, we might be able to grow something in the sun.
That could be arranged.
Oh, it's been so long. I'd love a tomato.
So
We
you
could
don't
get
turn the
you-
stone in the sun.
No, we do not. That is an old wives' tale.
We could get you all the tomato you desire.
Ah,
For we can form bonds with some of the surface dwellers who might not be so eager to deal with you.
pine cones, while tasty, do become a little bit tedious after hundreds of years. I'm sure you understand.
Quite.
Very good, then. What will it be? Would you like to explore perhaps what's happening to the Ettins, or will you like to go and speak with this dragon? I can send some of my men along with you, if you so wish.
Do you think that the Edens and the dragons are perhaps...
Dragons, plural, is
Dragon-
even scarier.
Sorry. I misspoke. Do you think that the Edens and the dragon are somehow involved together, that one might be precipitating the other?
I do not believe so. The dragon is eating Ettins just as he is eating trolls.
But perhaps him driving off the Edens is what's caused them to enter such rage?
I know their chieftain. He's never been an unreasonable person. We've never come
Reasonable
to
for an
blows
Ettin.
before. Reasonable for an Ettin is true, but we've never come to blows before, and we've been here for a very long time. I fear that something has happened to him.
Have you seen this dragon? Is it an old dragon? Is it yet a child?
It is young, certainly. It is not. It is extremely greedy. Excuse me.
What is the color of its scale?
White, like snow.
Perhaps we would be best to get to the root of the Eden cause first. If for some reason we could win them over to our side as well, that might make things simpler.
There is wisdom
It
there.
actually kind of makes sense, yeah.
Ettin, dragon. Yes, let's go, Ettin.
Would you like me to send some of my sons with you?
That would be greatly appreciated.
We'd be happy for the guard.
Very good.
Any chance they could have a shower first? I'll smile again.
I like you.
Wait, have you ever smelled wet troll? I shudder.
Could you put us up for the night so that we might rest before we make this voyage?
Certainly, it'll be no trouble. I will feed you as many pine cones as you wish.
Pine cones. Did you hear that, Aragast and Toastig? Pine cones.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I brought rations.
My wife Ugluk cooks them in a particularly delicious way. I would be honored to have you eat with me.
I'll attempt sampling them, but I'm pretty sure I might resort to my rations.
Yeah, they're fucking gross.
Same.
I mean, it's almost unchewable. It doesn't taste good at all. It's like you feel like there's barely any nutrition in them, but seemingly for trolls it works.
And I'll offer the king some of my rations and some of my ale as well.
Ale. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. He takes a big gulp. Thank you.
And here's where you find out the chieftain's a raging alcoholic.
He goes into a rage, starts beating everybody up. Alright, so you spend the night with the trolls, and it's pretty pleasant. Like, no one hassles you. They're all very jovial, kind of, considering the miserable situation they're in. And yeah, the next, a couple of hours later, anyway, 4 big burly lads, which look like, oh, the picture's gone. Big burly lads, anyway, 4 of them will accompany you as you go to check out the Ettins.
And I guess I just encourage the trolls in Jotun to lead the way, because I have no idea where the hell we're going.
Yeah.
I have to say, this has been the weirdest week of my life.
Pine cones.
You like the
I was
pine
going to
cones,
say, when you said it earlier, have I ever smelled wet troll? I can't remember ever smelling anything but wet troll at this stage.
That's not me.
So you guys are led through back to the room where the battle had taken place, and then you go southwards. And you come upon what is some sort of barricades. They've taken like bits of giant furniture and made a sort of barrier, and sleeping, just like very lazily sleeping, one of the heads of an Ettin is like thrown back, and the other one is kind of looking around, picking his nose, and he sees you.
Is he looking hostile then?
He's looking angry, yeah.
I'll call to him in Jotun. What do I say? I'll call to him. Take us to your leader.
We come in peace.
Okay,
So
I'll run up and stab him with my spear.
Okay, all right.
Fireball.
Just like 2 heads of an.
So this guy, you notice, is not as big as the other Ettins that you had seen. Those other ones were like near 20 feet tall. This guy's closer to like 12, 13 feet tall. Doesn't have the tusks either.
My initiative rolls are on point today. I'm on 19.
Ooh. Very nice. Okay, so we got 19 Asvelder. 22 Nock. 18 Argast.
10.
10 Stig and the trolls. Okay. Alright, Nock, your first act.
Alright. How would you like a taste of my firebolt, Scarecrow? Okay. So that's AC 23 for 15 points of fiery burning damage.
Okay. 15.
Was it? Yeah. So 15. A wreath of fire just inflames his head as it strikes.
Yeah. So the other head that was asleep wakes up. Valder.
I say, "Good morning, sunshine," and I will try to stab him twice with my spear. First attack is an 18. Second attack is a 15.
2 hits.
So damage. First one you're looking at 6 piercing and 9 fire.
Okay.
Second attack is 10 piercing and 7 fire.
Okay. The fire doesn't seem to be bothering this guy as much as it did the other two. I mean, he's definitely feeling it, but he's not like screaming in pain the way the other two were. Aragast, you're next.
Alright, so seeing that we're on the attack, I will spring forward, and he's nearly the same, we're nearly about the same height, so
Yeah.
I will Aegis attack with my spear and try to like jab at one head, then jab at the other.
Okay.
So both of those teens.
Both what?
Both of my rolls were 19s.
Yeah, 2 hits.
And let's see, 8, 14, 15, 19, 29 damage.
Okie doke. Alright, so then the Etten will go and it's going to lift its big club and try and smash you with it, Aragast. So,
Okay.
disadvantage in the first attack. Going to miss. Second attack, also going to miss. So he just is not able to bring his club to bear. He's trying, but you're too close to him. He doesn't have enough reach, enough room for it. So he misses both of his attacks. Tostig.
Okay. Now, scramble up the barricade and try and get in a couple of blows against his head. Quick jabs against his left head. Oh.
Oh,
Okay then, so that's double, that's 16, 21, 27.
Yeah, you're going to kill him. So go ahead and tell me.
Okay, in fact it probably doesn't even need the second blow because the first one goes straight through that
Yeah.
eye socket and it
So-
sort of topples off to one side.
Without too much hassle, he just down onto his knees and falls over. He didn't even make that much noise. The trolls say, "This is good. They will not know we're coming."
Yeah,
This is going decidedly better than last time.
I want to look at Aragast and say, take me to your leader, really?
I froze. I wasn't sure what to say. To
I
these
thought you weren't
animals.
I didn't think you were as affected by the cold freezing up here.
What can I say? I'm not as eloquent with words as you.
That's a fair enough point. As I am not as eloquent with swinging a blunt object as you.
Or stabbing with a pointy object, for that matter.
Yeah, I'll look at my spear and be like, okay.
Point
Spear, hammer, whatever.
Just have a look at this Etin as well. Is it carrying loads of treasure?
Have a search. Not as much as the other two were, but it's definitely carrying 1,000-ish worth of gold.
Does it have a large size weapon?
It does. It has a club.
Alright, I'll grab the club and just kind of throw it in my pack just in case I need it.
Sure.
See, blunt implement.
Okay, so moving on down, you enter into the Etten home, I guess, and like it's almost identical to the troll home inside. It's like a symmetrical dungeon, it seems. But here, there's this horrible smell, but like not just of sweat, but of like corruption. It smells wrong. You see at the back of this room, there's standing this hideous creature. What was probably once an Etten, but now something
Got an
different
extra head.
entirely. Yeah, it's got 3 heads, and the mouths are just like sloughing off. Skin is kind of falling off, and you can see numerous like faces and stuff moving around in the skin, and it just makes this noise. and
Kill with fire.
Kill it with fire!
you notice around it as well.
Fire!
There are lots of smaller versions of it, kind of sprouting from corpses, troll bodies that they've brought back here.
Cut off the
And
head of the snake, guys.
there's another large Etten, like you'd seen earlier, with tusks, and then 2 smaller Ettins as well in here. So there's a bunch of stuff hanging around.
Well, if you want to burn it, I'll try to keep it from getting too close.
Go for the big ugly fucking thing first. It might take care of the rest if we take it out.
You want to give me another haste?
So I'm thinking area of effect first might be the way to go. Are they clustered right now?
Yeah, some of them are.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll my initiative because I rolled crap. I'm gonna lucky it. All right, that's better.
I will defer my action until after Nox throws his fireball. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Yeah, for now, I'll hold my action and, how far away are these things from us right now?
So the big, hideous thing is probably like 60 feet away from you as you've come into the room.
Okay.
I'm going to just draw a little map here and show you. Oh, it's Photoshop, it won't show. Okay, so basically, if you come in through the door, on your kind of left, at the back of the room, is this hideous monster, and the corpses of the trolls, and out of it are sprouting little kind of versions of it. And on the other side of the room, standing, kind of looking a bit dopey, almost like hypnotic, is one of these big Ettins, and 2 smaller ones are just kind of standing there at the ready.
Yeah, so I'll just raise my shield, knock my spear, and just kind of, I guess, play guard. So if anything tries to get between, past me, I'll try to stop it so it doesn't get to knock.
Okay.
To hell you'll knock your spear, you dick.
Well, I got that notch in my shield, you know?
Alright, so I have a 13. I don't know what the other people's initiatives are.
We can just use one from last time, it's probably quicker.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I would love that, actually.
I'll just roll for the baddies. Alright, so in that case, knock your first.
Alright. So I'm gonna center this on on that monstrosity. So to maximum effect around him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and we rolled kind of shitty. We got 10, 15, 17, 19, 20. That's 26 points of damage.
Okay.
Fire burniness. And that's a save DC of 15 for everyone.
Okay. Big guy fails. Little guys fail. Okay, so you go, and the flames you see, the creature kind of recoil.
That's actually even 30.
Okay, 30.
Yeah.
Perfect. And some of the little creatures definitely look quite badly injured from that, and they melt back into the corpses.
And I'll firmly back up now.
Oswald, you're next.
All right. Again, shouting out strategy to Aragast to grant him inspiration. Said 60 feet away. Shit. Now, do I have a spell that I can use from that range? Not a very useful one, do I? Oh, well, here, what about this? Yeah, I will move 30 feet forwards, anyway, my movement speed, so close half the distance between us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on the big dopey Etten looking thing.
Okay.
The one that looks like it's a trance, you know? So it gets to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay. So, he is charmed for my concentration up to 1 minute. He must use his action before moving on each of his turns to make a melee attack against any creature other than itself, which I mentally choose. He can act normally on his turn if I choose no creature or if there are none within reach. And on all my subsequent turns, I can use my action to maintain control of him or the spell ends.
Okay.
Also, he gets to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of his turns, and if he succeeds, he ends. Okay?
Sounds good.
So let me know when it's his turn.
Yes, sir. So the big shambling thing will walk forwards, and as it approaches, you hear all these whispers start to make you feel a bit weird, and a smell that is actually just this horrible corrupting smell. So I need everybody to make a wisdom save and a constitution save.
Okay. Fuck. 2 save. Ooh, crit on the wisdom save.
Very good.
And the constitution save is a 17.
Alright, I'm going to call wisdom first roll.
A crit on the wisdom save is a 19, by the way, just so you know, because I have this one.
All right, so nothing happens with you, Aswalder. You are determined and valorous, and you're not affected by this thing.
Whew.
Wisdom 11, con of 16.
Okay, you succeed on the con save. The wisdom save, the whispering starts to drive you a little bit insane. You cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn, and you have to roll a d8 on your turn to determine what you do. You're basically confused. What about Tostig?
Tostig did the same thing. He failed the wisdom, passed the con.
Okay. And Aragast?
Wisdom 18, Constitution 16.
Okay, so you pass them both. All right, so Tostig and Nock, you're going to have to move in a random direction pretty much on your turn.
Shit, I'm going to lucky that roll. Let me just roll one. See what we can do. That's not better. That's a 10. I still failed.
Yeah, it's destiny, I guess. So it moves forward, and those auras start to freak you out, and then it is going to point one of its hideous hands in the direction of Aragast, and you should make a wisdom save, Aragast.
Okay, here we go again. So that would only be a 6, but I have Bardic Inspiration, so I think I better add that.
I think you better
which
add.
is a D8. So, let's see, that's a 13, I think? Wait. Yeah, 13.
Okay. It points at you, and you begin to, your eyes roll back in your head, and you kind of twitch a little bit, and you are dominated.
Oh no.
Yes, sir. So that's its turn. Then it's Aragast's turn. When you're dominated, it's basically like I control your dude, right?
I've never been dominated before, but I think so.
You really should broaden your horizons, man.
Yeah, it usually involves a ball gag. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sorry, this is extremely unprofessional. I just gotta check it up.
See, you had a great chance for a rebound there. You could say, well, you should really learn the rules of the game, DM.
Right. Okay, yeah, so... Yep, okay. So it commands you to...
So it uses its action to make me make an action.
Oh, so on your turn, what happens? You got to make a save then, I guess.
Each time the target takes... I only make a save when I take damage. So...
Oh.
Yeah, basically, I am under its control until either I take damage and make a save, or...
Okay, so it gives you like a base. Okay, on the next turn I'll do it. It gives you like a basic command, like go here, do this, and you'll do that until it changes.
I should have got advantage on the save though, because we were fighting it.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And that is actually worse. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, to be fair, I'll do that on the next turn. So then on your turn, you do nothing, I guess.
Yeah,
true.
I'm just dopey like that, Eden.
Yeah. And then the Etten will go. That is under Aragast or Asphalt control.
Whoa. What? Huh?
The one that you have Crown of Madness in control.
Oh, the one that's under my control. Sorry, I
Yeah.
heard asphalt or troll. Like what?
Oh.
Right. So what's within reach of it?
There's 2 Ettins standing in front of it, smaller ones.
Okay, I will have it attack the smallest of them.
Okay, sure. So, does it just does one, or does it
It uses its attack. Whatever its attacks are.
Okay, so it has multi-attack, so it'll attack twice.
It gets to do its full attack against whatever I choose, and then it gets to move on its own will.
Okay, so it'll do its 2 attacks and its eye thing. So go ahead and roll me 2 attack rolls, and I'll roll the save.
Excellent. Attack rolls are... Yeesh, I rolled a 2 and an 8.
Okay, these are plus 9, so that's 11, and okay.
11 and a 17.
Yeah, so the 17 is going to hit. That's going to do 19 damage to that Etten. The Etten is totally shocked and surprised by this. And as he hits it, the Etten turns around to go like, what the fuck? And then the eye locks on it. And the Etten is going to take a bunch more damage, and it's going to grow a face in its chest.
Nice.
Which will make it bad at wisdom saves, basically.
Yes, because that's what extra faces do.
Yeah, it's a madness. So, so then that Etten that just got smacked is going to turn around and try and smack the other Etten, because that's what it would do. And it hits twice. This is dumb. Okay. And then the other Etten, which is not an idiot, is going to rush forward and try and smack Asvalde. Oh, and a
Our
crit.
class is 18. Oh, well, yeah.
So you're looking at 20.
20 what? Huh?
It's more than that. It's going to be 42.
Ouch!
Yeah.
So how does concentration work again?
You have to save against the damage or something.
It's
I don't think I
either
can save it.
1d10 or like half the damage
Half the damage.
or something like that.
So I need to roll like a crit.
Anyone know offhand? Do you know, Ryan, by any chance?
What are we doing here? What's up?
Concentration?
Oh, concentration.
What the
I
save?
think you just add your con to it.
Right, I failed. I got a 19.
You see, that
It's-
seems like it's good.
It's
So
a
it means
verse
the Crown of Madness
damage.
is gone.
I think it's for the verse of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll double check, but
Okay, well,
there's no way. There's no way I could make it then. So.
Okay.
And ouch. Did I mention ouch?
Yeah, that definitely was painful.
Yeah, I
Tostic.
got 3 hit points left.
Oh, wow.
yeah, but it's half the damage or 10, so.
Okay, so it was DC 21. I had to roll a 19 or better to save. So.
Okay. So, yeah, Tostic.
So I have to roll a d8 to see which direction I go in. Gosh,
Yes.
I'm confused.
Well, isn't it something like you could either act normally or there's 8 or 7 other possibilities of what could happen.
It's yeah, one of them is act normally.
Okay, then let's see what I get then. A 2.
A 2. Okay, you stand there hypnotized, doing nothing. That's really boring. Sorry. So 1 to 4, you do nothing basically. Then, oh, you can make a save now. Regain control.
Is that an 18?
Yep, you're golden. You shake it off. Okay, so then the trolls rush forward. They rush towards the big bad scary thing. You see two of them stop and just stand there like idiots, but the other two rush forward and start attacking, slashing, and they're going to do some damage to it. Okay, and then it's back to the top of the knock.
Alright, well, let me roll my d8 and see what that does. I have a 3, so I stand there and do nothing and saving throw. So I kind of drool, zone out, think about past life experiences and mistakes, like going on this adventure. Let me roll a lucky, because I can't roll any worse than a 3. Alright, so 16 on the die. I should be shaking it off and making the save.
Yep, absolutely. You're free to act next turn.
What about the cabin?
Okie doke. So then, Osvaldo.
Okay. I'm going to begin singing as a bonus action. I think it's a bonus action. Let me double check. But I think I can do my counter charm song.
Ooh, yes.
And then I'm going to be casting a spell on myself.
I think counter charm you have to start it pre the thing happening. Like you kind of have to know. We had this come up
You
with
start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creature within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Cool. Yep, sounds good.
So for one turn, everybody will get advantage on their charm saves.
So yeah, it'll help against new occurrences.
Yeah, people try to snap out of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if Aragast takes damage, he'll get a bonus against his dominate thing, maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then
would
I'm
love to
going
deal
to-
a little bit of damage to him, but can't.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself as a third level spell. Because, ouch. Oh my god, that was such a shitty roll. So I rolled a 2-2-1.
Wow.
So that means I get 5 plus my spellcasting. 5 plus 1, I get 6 hit points back. What the fuck?
That's grim.
I have 9. Yay!
Right, the Etten is now not under your control anymore, right?
Nope, he's not.
Okay. The other one, I'm going to roll to see, because I think he's an idiot. I mean, he is an idiot. He's got a... Alright, the other one is going to continue attacking the big one because he thinks they're fighting. Okay, so the little one who got smacked earlier basically turns around and starts smacking the one behind him because he thinks they're fucking fighting each other, and he couldn't figure out that it was like some sort of magical thing, so he's an idiot. But the big one is going to just walk past him in the direction of you guys, and he's going to take a swing for Tostig.
Wait, quick question.
Yes,
Does
sir.
the little one get an attack of opportunity on the big one since they still
Yeah,
think
he
they're
does.
Good call. He does.
I need to lawyer this shit at this point.
yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah, I mean, the little one actually kind of wrecked him that turn. He's actually your best friend in this situation. So the big Etten walks over to Tostig and is going to attack. Okay, so armor class is 18, Tostig?
Yep.
Okay, one hit, and I need you to make a charisma save.
Charisma. A 1.
Okay.
Do we have?
You have advantage, don't you?
On charisma saves?
Advantage.
Yeah, it's
If
not.
it's against charm or if it's against fear.
It's not one of those.
Oh, sorry, then you don't.
It's like an attack.
Bastard.
So you'll take
Okay,
30,
Tostig.
30 damage, Tostig.
Okay.
And okay, you grow a hand from your rib cage,
Ooh.
and
Handy.
yeah, very handy. Then it's your turn.
Give him that hand right back at him.
Does that mean he can now dual wield and hold a shield?
Have I messed up the order? Yeah, I think I have. Like Aragast didn't go this turn.
It's not me.
Well,
yet.
I know that the boss thing goes before, right before I would
Yeah.
go, and when the boss thing goes, it'll make me do something.
Yeah, I skipped the big bad evil guy and I skipped Aragast. Okay, sorry. So
Yeah, I really don't have a turn, so.
right, big bad evil guy is going to command you to go and fight Nock to attack him, and then that's an action to do that, right? Yeah. So
Yep.
then he'll just
He can give me a precise action, so.
yeah, attack the dwarf. And then he will move forward some more. So he's now pretty much standing next to you guys. Then it's Aragast's turn.
Want me to roll for it?
Yes, please.
Alright, so 2 attacks. That would be a 16 and a 21.
Against Nock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. So. Alright, I have mage armor on, and I will. So I can use a reaction now because I've snapped out of that thing.
Yep.
So I will throw up a shield spell. So the 16 will miss. The 21's going to connect.
Alright, so with the one that does hit, you're lucky. That's all of 8 damage.
Nice. Excellent.
Oh man.
So I take this spear and I just try to like jab it down at the ground towards you, trying to skewer you.
Yeah. Yeah, your fighting is very robotic, you know. It's got none of the flair or the fury that you usually have when you're fighting. It's very like thrust, stab. Okay, so then it's Tostig's turn.
Right, first thing I'll do is roll for second wind.
Yep.
D10. Which is a 7. Okay, and then I will use my 2 attacks and go for action surge and just try and down it before it drops me.
Yeah, this is the Etten in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that's nearly taken.
Yeah, he's quite badly injured from the other Etten who's been halfling him.
Okay, I'll do this all in one roll then.
So you should have 4 attacks here.
Oh yeah, 4, yeah. Okay, let's... big flurry of blows. Hack, 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 hack. Okay, that would be 13 and a 15.
All you need is 14.
So 3 of them hit, so that would be 16, 21.
Okie doke. Yep, that'll finish him. Go ahead. Describe it.
Okay, I'd push forwards with my new arm, stick it out. Just shield, hack, hack, shield, stab, stab, shield, boom. And he's down before I realise he's down, so I keep hacking away. He's dead.
Yeah, the hand retracts and you see the face on the Etten kind of go away as well. That Etten is looking incredibly confused with what's going on, like he's been snapped out of it somehow by getting a smack in the back of the head. And the trolls will continue to attack this big bad evil thing and do some attacks. Okay. And Nock, your turn again.
Did they
Alright.
damage the evil thing?
They did.
Did it maintain concentration?
Good call. It's from the individual attacks that you have to do concentration, each one, right?
I believe it's each one
Yes,
that does
it's
damage.
each individual attack. That's correct.
Okay. So he actually got hit 4 times. Oh, he fails it. You are free.
Huzzah!
Yay!
All right, so now Knock, it's your turn.
All right. All right. So he's free of that. Is there any way I can shoot fireball the big baddie and get some of his lackeys without hitting the trolls?
Now the trolls are pretty much all over him.
They're all up in that, huh? Well, no.
Fuck them, they regenerate.
Well, not from fire, they don't.
Well, technicalities.
So here's a question: does a giant-ish creature still count as a humanoid?
This is definitely a monster.
Okay.
I would rule that like a Jotun would count as a humanoid, but this is definitely a monster. It's like an aberration, you know?
Right, that's fair.
That cannot be held like a person.
No.
Yeah. All right. I instead will be hasting Aragast, who doesn't look too worse for the wear, right?
I think he's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I look pristine.
All right. Yeah. I will use my opportunity to haste and then back the hell out of the dodge.
Yeah.
Hey, I look pristine too, just minus 80% of my hit points.
Yeah.
It looks
Lovely.
great, though.
Yeah. He just looks flowing hair, locks,
All right, so
Blood looks good on a Viking.
Definitely, yeah. It's high fashion. It's your turn, Oswaldo.
Right. Okay. So sorry. So much shit going on there. I got to reassess the situation. The big Etten is down now, right?
Big Etten is down, yep. There's a smaller Etten, but he seems to be aware of the situation of what's happening. Like he's been
There's only
snapped
one
out of
smaller Etten now, because there
Yeah.
was two earlier. There's only one left, okay.
Yeah.
And there's the big nasty monster thing.
Big nasty monster thing, yeah.
Right. And I'm fucked up. Is anything within arm's reach of me at the moment? Am I out of melee?
You're out of melee.
Okay, I'm going to move further out of melee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do this fucking third level cure wounds thing again. Hopefully roll better. God. Can't roll much worse. Unless I roll triple ones.
I have faith in you and your ability to roll triple ones.
Okay, 7, 3, and 3. That's 7, 10, 13 plus, plus 1 for my spellcasting modifier, so I get 14 hit points back.
Bit better?
Bit better. I'm about half now. And for my bonus action, see, I've done my counter charm thing. Maybe I want to do that again. Oh, I can only do that once, can I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to grant inspiration to Tostig.
Sounds
Go
good.
get him, Tostig!
Um,
Return of the fucking king.
The big body will go next, and it's going to actually start attacking now because it's in reach. So it attacks twice and casts a spell. 1, 2. All right, so it's going to hit once against Aragast. So you're going to take 16.
Actually, I'm going to use my shield spell.
Okay.
Unless plus 5 defense is still going to hit.
Nope. That'll stop it. All right. Then it also casts a spell. Oh, I actually hate monsters with spells. It's very confusing. There's a lot going on. And it casts...
It could just not cast that spell. I mean, I would simplify it for you, right?
Right, I mean it would, but then it wouldn't be a very effective bad guy.
Yeah, okay.
Misses attack.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to need you to make a Constitution save, Aragast.
Oh, my favorite. So let's see, that would be... Oh, not so hot. That would be a 10.
Okay. So it reaches out and it touches you with this hideous hand, and your skin begins to blacken and crack and fall off, and you're going to take quite a big chunk of damage from this. Okay. All right, so it's going to be 41 points of necrotic damage as your skin begins to crackle and fall off, like melting to the ground.
All right.
And it releases another hiss. And
Damn.
then it's your turn, Argast.
All right. So with it being my turn, I will start just kind of in pain, and I'll use my bonus action to second wind, and that'll be an extra 12 hit points to me. And then from there, I will drop my shield, drop my spear, and grab my great spear, and proceed to attack 4 times. So, let's see. That would be the lowest is a 9 with a crit miss. The
Okay.
next lowest is 23.
Okay, so apart from the crit miss, they all hit.
Alright, so that's 3 hits, 46 each.
Gonna have to start getting you to do average damage.
And so that's a lot of ones, but let's see. 7, 10, 12, 16, 18, 22, 26, 32, 36, plus 15, 41, 51 damage right there.
Wow. Okay.
And how's he looking at that point?
Very, very weak.
And then I'll action surge
Okay, nice.
and attack twice more. So the lowest of those is a 17.
I'm just gonna hit both of them.
Alright.
And people are gonna write stories about this round of attacks here.
Alright, so let's see. That's 10, 13, 17, 20, 23, 33 damage.
Okay, you kill it.
If
Go
by
ahead and-
people you mean
So I take
Asvolder.
this
Yeah.
great spear and just completely perforate this thing everywhere until all of its heads and eyes and everything are just like a pincushion.
Yeah, and it just melts away. The body kind of just like turns into a vapor and disappears. And the Yetn standing in the corner, what happened? I don't know. Talking to itself. What? And he sees you guys. Puts his hands up.
And I turn to the Eden and in Jotun say, "Take us to your leader."
He's looking around. He's the only Yetn in here.
I guess you are the leader, good sir. And I give a little clap.
So the one head says, "I think that's you. I think that's you." Yeah, that's me.
So you're the Eden King?
Looks like it.
Now,
What's going on here?
I don't know. All my family and my friends.
We freed you from this 3-headed creature.
Do you remember? There was our king started getting really weird.
Aside from the third head.
Yeah, he didn't used to look like that.
Do you know how that happened?
I don't know. He found a sword. And then he started getting really violent. Made us fight the trolls. We didn't want to, but then we all just did.
Do you speak common?
Huh? Yeah.
Right. Important question. Where is your mead?
Mead. Yeah, I need a drink.
Ale? Anything?
Yeah, you can follow me.
And this sword we best secure away or destroy if at all possible.
Yes, do you know
So
where the sword is kept?
you can actually see it in the goo left behind by this creature. There's this exquisite greatsword, black, all of it jet black, like obsidian black.
Ooh.
That looks nice.
That looks like it'll make you grow a third head or some other vile corruption, though.
Will it?
Well, there's one way to find out.
There sure is.
Perhaps you can perform augury on it and see what sort of evil is in this weapon.
I can take a look and see what the spirits tell me.
I mean, I only have one head, so.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you were a eunuch.
And the Etten says, 2 heads, better than 1. 3 heads, way too many.
Yes.
Do you know anything about the dragon?
Dragon? What?
Yes, apparently a dragon has made its way into your lair.
Oh, fuck a dragon. Oh, shit. What? Where?
And I kind of asked the trolls to kind of inform the Eden as to this dragon.
Yeah, they clear it up, they say. They explain it.
We're going to deal with that on the morrow, I think.
For now, we should work about cleansing this corruption out. So I'll direct people what to do to clean it out, and I'll see if there's anything I can do that's sort of like anything that like from the gods or whatever that would sort of get this taint out of this place as best as
I'm not
possible.
going to lie, Osvalder's considering picking up that greatsword.
So,
Don't do it.
If you grow another head, we will cut you down, Asfalder.
He's looking at it longingly. That's an exquisite-looking fucking onyx greatsword.
it is a marvel of craftsmanship. Nock, you would know that the common way to deal with anything corruption-y or demon-y would be to carve a warding rune, which is basically a sideways diamond with a line through. It's the Eye of Odin.
Yeah, I will set about doing that. I will, in fact, do that around the sword, so like in case the spirit's with it. But at some point, I will probably do like a detect magic on it or an arcana to figure it out without touching it. But
Tostig is going to go over to one of the trolls and say, "Can I have some of your blood, mate? I'm looking a bit injured here."
be careful not to get addicted to that Tostig. We need you around.
He shoves his hand into your face.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's disgusting.
Cheers, pal.
Yeah, so I
I'm-
mean, you'll regenerate health basically back to full. Slowly, but it'll happen.
I'm more interested in healing without
Sit down.
drinking troll's blood if possible.
I'll sit down to one side while I recover. Watching Asvalda.
So you're interested in the sword, Asvalder?
It just looks really appealing over there. I don't know.
So
I keep looking over at it.
there's a call. You really want to pick it up.
Really?
You do, yeah.
He's gonna go fucking Boromir on this shit.
If he tries to grab the sword,
I start walking
want to
towards
try
it.
If he tries to grab the sword, I want to try to grapple him.
I'll grab his nuts, like, because I'm just the right height, and just squeeze.
Fuck you, no.
This is a bad idea. Can I finesse weapon my hand?
Asvalder, you hear like this, like of an army cheering, and you can see yourself standing atop a pile of bodies with the sword raised high, victorious.
I keep walking towards it, hand outstretched.
You feel a pinching sensation on your genitals.
God damn it.
Damn it, Doug.
You
Ah!
have to like walk and drag me. I may not be very strong, but I know where the grab where it counts.
That'll probably snap me to my senses.
Yeah, it probably will.
I'll backhand knock across the face.
I'll attempt to dodge. We'll see how this goes.
As Velder, we need to assess this sword before we put it to use.
What? Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah. It's obviously evil.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I don't want to know what you're talking about.
Where's that mead?
Who would want that? Who would want that? Seriously.
Where's the Etten mead?
Nock, when you detect magic on the sword, it is glowing like a beacon. It's extremely filled with magical energy.
Of what school of magic?
A bunch.
All the schools.
There's evocation, there's necromancy, there's abjuration.
Yeah, it's like looking at it, my eyes hurt. Ow. Ow, it's just glowing brightly with all kinds of glyphs of arcane power. Whew. It's a shame it can't be used for good ends.
Perhaps we just have to purify it.
And you hear
Sure,
a voice
in the
say,
bloods of everyone you love.
Nock, you hear a voice say, "Of course, it can be used for good ends.
Of course.
It's
You
only
would
a
say
weapon. It's only a tool."
I like the number of heads I have. I look freakish enough already amongst my own kind.
Okay, what time is it? It's been 3 hours. Jesus.
Time flies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll end it there, and we can do the dragon next week.
Sure.
Seems reasonable.
Do the dragon.
Do the dragon. Do the do.
Yeah. I don't want to
Sounds
go
good.
too much more over, right? So okay. So you've rescued the Ettins from the corruption, and you've discovered quite a powerful artifact lying in the dungeon here.
Point of
Yeah.
order, we've rescued an Etten.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic looking sword that I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah. I don't care. Whatever.
It means nothing to me.
Okay. So thanks, guys, for playing. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Oh, hey, we made some stinky troll fans too.
Yes, and a load of money as well. So my players have been Dan Harsh. We've got Fantastic Dimensions, Ian Christensen. We got Ian Whitey White, and we got Ryan Friant. What is it?
Frion, yeah.
Friant. Okay, from Nerdarchy. So thanks for watching, and catch you next time.